I am so excited that I'm going to be helping my friend and other people as well. What I'm going to do is, this is just an introductory video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over actual past California bar exam hypothetical questions from the MEE. That's the released National Conference of Bar Examiners. Multi-state essay examinations for the bar. What has happened is they have released exams, and my friend is doing practice exams, and once a week or so she's going to be sending me her practice. She's pretty distraught because she has to work full-time, and she's trying to sign up for the upcoming October bar exam, and she just feels like she's not going to pass. She doesn't have a lot of time to study. And I showed her the website I have, and I gave her a practice exam, and she did an exam today. And I'm going to be putting up her practice exams. She said I could do it. And then show her example of where might be common mistakes for other people. And then I'm just going to kind of go over it, but she told me, I sent her a video of the first video that I did of the essay reviews using her example, and she said that I wasn't explaining the issue, rule, analysis, conclusion, and how she had to organize it better. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction and an overview here. It shouldn't take too long. I actually have another video I need to create and upload on a book that I'm reading chapter by chapter. So without further ado, I just wrote this down. I also put it in the discussion box below. Oh my gosh, I thought my laptop was crashing. Sorry about that. There is a bit of a power failure. I mean, not a power failure. There's a little bit of a storm going on. Maybe it's got something to do with that. Anyway, so without further ado, you can read the description in the description box. I actually wrote I thought she knew the IRAC method. I thought they taught that in law school. The law school I went to, they taught IRAC method. She said that they used a different acronym, and I forget what it is. But anyway, so basically, when you break the exam apart, you're going to do an issue, which is whatever the rule of law. Then you're going to write your memorized definition of the rule of law. And then you're going to do an analysis or an application analysis where you synthesize the rule of law with the fact pattern. And then finally you put a conclusion. So for each issue, and you want to break apart some of the issues using your memorization attack sheet as kind of like your outline that would be answering the essay question. And the other thing is, you want to do it you want to answer the question in the way that they ask the question. In other words, if the call of the question might be a little mixed up from the actual fact pattern, answer it the way it's written in the order of it. Like, there could be more than one call. It could be 3 calls of the question. Answer in that fact pattern way that they're asking you to answer it. Okay, so when you organize the essay, you're going to follow this protocol, and the protocol is for each issue that you spot. Okay, you got to spot the issues, but you have to answer the call of the question, right? So you answer the call of the question, and then you issue spot as it falls in the essay. It's kind of, it requires a little bit of mental gymnastics. You want to have each paragraph set up, and it doesn't necessarily need to be a full paragraph. Sometimes it can just be 3 sentences. Okay, Put the issue, put a sentence, put the application. It could be, very straightforward. Not everything is straightforward. Sometimes you have to write a whole bunch, sometimes a little. So it depends on the type of question. So, but what the examiners want to know is they want to know that you know the rule of law. I've put this all below. You can read what I put. It's 333 words. I checked the word count. Now, just for your, as of doing this now, I went to the Examify site, which is the software they're downloading and using. You download the program on your laptop if you are taking the exam that's going to be online this 2020 year. I know people that took it in June. They told me it went, most of the people it went fine with. They're doing, some people had some problems, but not that many. They're doing the California bar online as well. This is a sample. You're going to be writing in this box. There's going to be a little thing up in the writer. See these exam controls? There's a thing that lets you write like a sticky note. You can put your essay outline in the sticky note, or your cheat sheet, or your little memory trigger sheet. Now I put in another video. I have another video with a couple of the outlines, the 3 outlines that you would need. I didn't do one for UCC, but I did include some important UCC things in it. But anyway, so have these memorization lists. Go over them and over them until you have them memorized. But one thing that really helps you to remember, it's kind of like use it or lose it, is to do practice questions. The multiple choice questions have the answers written down. You need to practice writing it out. So when you get the question, read it, not immediately, but first scan it, jump to the call of the question, then jump back, read it again, start to write your little sticky note or your separate scratch note, figure out what kind of exam it is. Is it a criminal law question? Is it a crossover tort? Sometimes there's crossover questions and it can be confusing. Look carefully at the call of the question. Is this a tort question? Is this a contracts question? Make sure you know what they're asking, okay? Then put the outline in the scratch note and from your memorization checklist. And don't write the whole thing out or any definitions. Just write really short abbreviations. You're going to be timed on the test. You're going to have about an hour for each question. So you don't want to waste your time writing out definitions you already have memorized. Now, then, after you've read the call of the question the second time, jot down an outline of how you're going to answer this question, how you're going to attack it. A lot of people like to put the call of the question in the order that the questions are asked right below and underline them. Okay? That's a good idea. Then you can look at your jotted note real quick to just peek at it for a second to gather your thoughts. Take a deep breath. And then issue spot, and remember, issue rule analysis conclusion. Maybe you should write IRAC in there to remind yourself every paragraph, every issue has to tie in with the application and an analysis of the law and then a conclusion. So you have a completely tie in the fact pattern, show all your work, show the examiners you know the rule of law. Save your work. Do not leave from in front of the computer or your laptop until you are done. Look at the rules for the exam. They do give 15-minute breaks between each exam. in the baby bar last time I checked. And so this is what you want to do. And you should have a winning essay: issue, rule, analysis, conclusion, practice. You know, if you cannot afford a bar exam prep, which I highly recommend, BarMax offers a la carte essay corrections. Law Preparer, Barbary, they'll let you send in questions. Fleming's does. There's quite a few of them. Bar essays. I think there's a couple of YouTube channels here where they have bar prep people that offer to let you send in a question. They'll go over what you need to do. They'll coach you. If you can't afford that, certainly get a friend, a second set of eyes. Do follow and review each exam question you do. I just put rinse and repeat. It's like, shampooing your hair or something. Basically, you go in, you do it, and compare your answer to the model answers that they had. Get a second set of eyes if you know somebody that was in the grade above you, or already took and passed it, or just took a regular bar, and then look at the outline. Look at the areas where you're weak. Write it down. Write down where you can improve. Then go take another practice exam, or just do the same exam over until you're satisfied you're going to have a winning answer. Do get enough rest. There's a work-life balance thing going on. You don't want to be fatigued. I wish you the best. I'm going to put this at the top of the playlist, and then I will probably go over that October 2008 exam again, because I didn't really complete it, but I ran out of time. And I will try to go over all of the October 2008 ones as my friend sends them in, and I will upload them as I have time. They usually take a little while to review them before I do the video, and then it takes a while to do the video, it takes a while to upload it, and so on and so forth. So I wish you the best on your exams, and keep your chin up. Just do the best you can, and I'm sure with practice you can get it. Hopefully you'll get it within the first try, but if not, just do your best. Love you lots. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.